Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming in the rain, the heavy rain, for a very special evening. I think you will be very happy to be part of this wonderful concert that weaves together two of the most important things in this community, music and social justice. Have a wonderful evening. Enjoy every moment. Open your ears and open your heart. And thank you for supporting this community.
Movements for justice and social change have always been sustained by music. Survivors and activists, composers and storytellers keep alive grief and struggle, hope and redemption. Through song, they raise awareness and hold the powerful to account. The 20th century civil rights movement reached a fever pitch in the 1960s, following the Supreme Court's 1957 decision in Brown versus the Board, overruling a century of precedent and at long last outlawing Jim Crow, at least in public schools. But Arkansas Governor Orville Faubus defied the Supreme Court and stood in the doorway of Little Rock Central High School. The National Guard was called out to protect 9 young African-American students who braved screaming, spitting, frenzied mobs and marched up the steps and into the school. 10 years later, a white Brit turned this shameful moment into art. Paul McCartney's Blackbird.
Singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to arrive. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these sunken eyes and learn to see. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to be free. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly into the light in the dark black night. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly into the light in the dark black night. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to arrive. You were only waiting for this moment to arrive. You were only waiting for this moment to arrive.
just enough for the city. Yeah. His father works some days for 14 hours, and you can bet he barely makes $1. His mother goes to scrub the floor for many, but you best believe she hardly gets a penny, living just enough for the city. Her shirt's short, but Lord, her legs are sturdy. She walked to school, she got to get up early. Her clothes are old, but never are they dirty. Living just enough for the city. Oh, his brother's smart, but he got sense than many. But soon he won't have any. He got to find a thing in haystack needle. Cause where he lives, they don't use colored people. Living just enough for the city. Put your hands together. Hey, hey.
Used to say Jews can only clap on 1 and 3, but you just proved her wrong. You clapped on 2 and 4. Bravely risking their careers in the early 1970s and staking out new ground for artists as prophetic voices, Stevie Wonder and Marvin Gaye both created masterworks that challenged America's status quo. The song you just heard, Living for the City, painfully details the reality of structural and systemic racism, raising awareness of major issues that are still painfully relevant today. What's Going On by Marvin Gaye is a reflection on police brutality against anti-Vietnam War activists in 1969. It posed the question, why is the government drafting kids and sending them away from their families to fight in battles, while the same government is attacking the country's own children in the streets? Why is our government saying it's fighting for American democracy abroad, while jailing kids who are exercising their constitutional rights here at home? Gaye was singing to his generation in an effort to wake people up to the struggles few were willing to discuss at that time.
Mother, mother, there's too many of you crying. Brother, 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 there's far too many of you dying. Oh, you know you've got to find a way to bring some love in here today. Hey, Father, Father, we don't need to escalate. You see, war is not the answer. Only love can conquer hate. You know we've got to find a way to bring some love in here today. Oh, picket lines and picket signs. Don't punish me with brutality. Talk to me so you can see. Oh, what's going on?
What's going on?
What's going on?
What's going on?
Yeah, what's going on?
What's going on?
Ah, what's going on?
What's going on?
Everybody thinks we're wrong. Ooh, but who were they to judge us? Simply 'cause our hair is long. Oh, you know we've got to find a way to bring some love in here today. Oh, picket lines and picket signs. Don't punish me with brutality. Sister, come on, talk to me, sister, so you can see. Oh, what's going on?
What's going on?
What's going on?
What's going on?
Tell me what's going on. I'll tell you what's going on.
What's going on?
Everybody thinks we're wrong, but who were they to judge us? Simply 'cause her hair is long. Ooh.
Wow. Aretha got it right. She took Otis Redding's song, Respect, and made it into an ode to the dignity of women, or rather remade it. Redding's original version focused on a man asking his girl for some respect after he worked a long, hard day. But Aretha flipped the script and made history. I remember that we swayed and stomped and stood a little taller when Aretha belted this one out, just like we did tonight. And then there is the movement for the dignity of workers. The Joe Hill of this next song was a Swedish immigrant and songwriter and labor activist. In the first decade of the 20th century, he found that the American dream was a nightmare for many working women and men. Hill joined the industrial workers of the world, the Wobblies, and organized strikes, rousing workers with music that explicitly called for them to organize in their efforts to improve working conditions. But it was too much for the powers that be. In 2015, in Park City, Utah, Hill was framed for the murders of a local grocery store owner and his son, and he was sentenced to death by a firing squad. But before he was executed, he wrote a letter to a friend, "Don't mourn, organize." His memory has been a rallying cry for workers' rights activists for over 100 years.
I dreamed I saw Joe Hill last night, alive as you and me. Said I, but Joe, you're 10 years dead. I never died, said he. I never died, said he. The copper bosses killed you, Joe. They shot you, Joe, says I. Takes more than guns to kill a man, says Joe. I didn't die. Oh, says Joe, I didn't die. And standing there as big as life and smiling with his eyes, says Joe, what they can never kill went on to organize, went on to organize. From San Diego up to Maine, in every mine and mill, where working folks defend their rights, that's where you'll find Joe Hill. That's where you'll find Joe Hill. I dreamed I saw Joe Hill last night, alive as you and me. Says I, but Joe, you're 10 years dead. I never died, says he. I never died, says he.
I was born by the river in a little tent. Oh, and just like the river, I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die, 'cause I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change is gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. I go to the movies and I go downtown. Somebody keep telling me don't hang around. It's been a long time coming, but I know change is gonna come. Ooh, yeah. Then I go to my brother and I say, brother, help me please. But he winds up knocking me down on my knees. Oh, yeah, yeah. But now I think I'm able to carry on. It's been a long time coming. It's been a long time.
The next song is different from the others. It doesn't so much stir the blood as chill it. It's a haunting recounting of racial violence. Under the pseudonym Lewis Allen, Jewish-American writer, teacher, and songwriter Abel Meeropol wrote the song Strange Fruit. A member of the Communist Party, Meeropol wrote this song expressing his horror at the lynchings that were ravaging the South. In 1939, at the age of 24, Billie Holiday first performed the song at Cafe Society, said to be New York's only truly integrated nightclub outside Harlem, a place catering to progressives with open minds. Holiday admitted that this song scared her, and the audience was silent when she sang it for the first time. But applause built slowly, growing louder and louder, and the song entered history.
Southern trees bearing strange fruit, blood on the leaves and blood at the root, black bodies swinging in the southern strange fruit hanging from the poplar trees, pastoral scene of the gallant South, them big bulging eyes and the twisted mouth, scent of magnolias, clean and fresh, then the sudden smell of burning flesh. Here is the fruit for the crows to pluck, for the wind to gather, for the rain to suck, for the sun to rot, for the leaves to drop. Here is a strange and bitter crop. stole I from the merchant ships. Minutes after they took I from the bottomless pit. But my hands were made strong by the hand of the Almighty. We forward in this generation triumphantly. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had, redemption song, redemption song. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop the time. Oh, how long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it, but we've got to fulfill the book. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had, redemption songs, redemption songs, redemption songs. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear from atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop the time. How long must they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it, but we got to fulfill the book. Everybody, won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had, redemption song, redemption song, redemption song.
Racial justice, anti-war activism, free speech, gender equality. All of these movements over the last century are interconnected and interdependent. Artists involved in these causes recognize no borders. They drew inspiration and strength from local and international leaders and events, creating works that would bring hope to places that they could never have imagined. Considered one of Bob Marley's greatest works, Redemption Song was written in 1979 after he had been diagnosed with the cancer that ultimately took his life. Dealing with his own mortality, Marley called out to listeners in the words of Pan-Africanist Marcus Garvey from 1937, "Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery, because none but ourselves can free our minds." Zognit Kein Mol was written by Hirsch Glick in the Vilna Ghetto in 1943. It was inspired by the news of the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising and then adopted as the official anthem of the Vilna partisans, spreading rapidly to other ghettos and camps. The song acknowledges Jewish suffering in the past and present, while urging the Jewish people to continue fighting for their survival. Mercedes Sosa gives voice to many songwriters in her native Argentina and across Latin America. Famously, Sosa refused to leave the country during the rule of the military juntas. Ultimately, the threats against her and her family became so great that she left for a period of exile in Europe in 1979. In the protest song, she popularized "Solo le pido a Dios," I only ask of God. The pain of the refugee and the immigrant is powerfully evoked. Hopeless is he who has to march on to live in a different culture. Next, the band, U2, drew inspiration from the life of Dr. Martin Luther King in their 1983 hit, "Pride in the Name of Love." It speaks of those throughout history who died because they preached equality and proclaimed nonviolence was the only way to achieve it.
Nicht keinmal als du gehst dem letzten Weg, Himmeln Leine verstellen Leute, kommen wird noch unser Haus gebänkte schon, Zwete beugt an unser Trot, wir sind da, kommen wird noch unser Haus gebänkte schon, Zwete beugt an unser Trot, wir sind da. Min Grandpalm, der Mann bist du ein Ländchen fein. Wir kommen an mit unser Pein, mit unser Weh. Und wohlgefahren sich zu zufrieden unser Blut. Sprotzen wird durch unser Gwure, unser Mut. Und wohlgefahren sich spritzt von unser Blut. Sprotzen wird durch unser Gwure, unser Mut. Wird die Morgen so bald gilden und wenn heim und der Nächten wird verschwinden mit dem Feind nur versammeln wird die Sonne in dem Kajor wie a Parol sein Gold ist Ludwig Sorte d'Or nur versammeln wird die Sonne in dem Kajor wie a Parol soll gehen das Lied und Sorte d'Or. Du gehst dem letzten Weg, im Leine verstehen, neue Tag. Kommen wird noch unser ausgebänkte Show. Es wird beugt an unser Trot, wir sind da. Kommen wird noch unser ausgebänkte Show. Es wird beugt an unser Trot, wir sind da. pido a Dios que el dolor no me sea indiferente, que la reseca muerte no me encuentre vacío y solo sin haber hecho lo suficiente. Solo le pido a Dios que lo injusto no me sea indiferente, que no me abofeten en la otra mejilla después de que una garra me arañó esta suerte. Solo le pido a Dios que la guerra no me sea indiferente, que es un monstruo grande y pisa fuerte toda la pobre inocencia de la gente. Es un monstruo grande y pisa fuerte toda la pobre inocencia de la gente. Puede más que unos cuantos, que esos cuantos no lo olviden fácilmente. Solo le pido a Dios que el futuro no me sea indiferente, desahuciado está el que tiene que marchar a vivir una cultura diferente. Solo le pido a Dios que la guerra no me sea indiferente. Es un monstruo grande y pisa fuerte toda la pobre inocencia de la gente. Es un monstruo grande y pisa fuerte toda la pobre inocencia de la gente.
Justify empty beach. One man betrayed with a kiss. In the name of love, one more in the name of love. In the name of love, one more in the name of
With memorable recordings by Marvin Gaye and Harry Belafonte, 1968's Abraham, Martin, and John reflected on the loss of modern-day prophets, messengers of social change. Dedicated to the memory of Abraham Lincoln, Reverend Martin Luther King, John F. Kennedy, and Bobby Kennedy, all assassinated. The song serves as a reflection on the power of each human being to bring change in the world, be it death and destruction or freedom and justice. We choose. Each of us has the ability to be an agent of change for justice and peace. Someday soon, it's going to be one day, the song tells us. These words, sung not as a wish, but almost as a promise, with the same quiet conviction of we shall overcome. This is the prophetic voice in the music of justice and resistance. And through that prophecy, we receive a message of hope. In spite of all the progress we've made, there may be days when it feels like we haven't come very far. But we're not alone. These songs reveal that previous generations, previous activists, previous artists, faced overwhelming odds, and yet they marched, they demonstrated, they made art, they made song, and they kept hope alive. We join Abraham, Martin, John, Bobby, Aretha, Billy, and countless others in believing that someday soon it's going to be one day, and that by our enduring efforts, that day will come.
Has anybody here seen my old friend Abraham? you tell me where he's gone? He freed a lot of people, but it seems the good die young. And I just look around and he's gone. Has anybody here seen my old friend Martin? Can you tell me where he's gone? He freed a lot of people, but it seems the good die young. And I just look around and he's gone. Has anybody here seen my old friend John? Can you tell me where he's gone? Around and he's gone. Didn't you know the things they stood for? Didn't they try to find some good in you and me? And we will be free someday soon. It's gonna be one day. Has anybody here seen my old friend Bobby? Can you tell me where he's gone? I thought I saw him walking up over the hill with Abraham, Martin, and John. Come gather round, people, wherever you roam, and admit that the waters around you have grown, and accept that soon you'll be drenched to the bone. If your time to you is worth saving, then you better start swimming, or you'll sink like a stone. For the times they are a-changing, rise with your band. And keep your eyes wide, this chance won't come again. And don't speak too soon, for the wheels they will spin. And there's no telling who is worth blaming. For the loser now will be later to win. For the times they are changing. Come, senators, congressmen, please heed the call. Don't stand in the doorway, don't block the hall. For he that gets hurt will be he who has stalled. There's a battle outside and it's raging. It'll soon shake your windows and rattle your walls. For the times they are changing. Come, mothers and fathers throughout the land, and don't criticize if you can't understand. Your sons and your daughters are beyond your command. Your own road is rapidly aging. Please get out a new one if you can't lend a hand. For the times they are changing. The line, it is drawn, the curse, it is cast. The slow one now will later be fast, and the present now will later be past. The order is rapidly fading, and the first one now will later be last. For the times they are changing. For the times they are changing. For the times they are changing.
it's easy if you try. No hell below us, above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to live or die for, and no religion too. Oh, imagine there's no people. They're living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world we live is one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. Brotherhood of man. Oh, imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. Oh, I hope someday you'll join us, and the world we live is one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world we live is one. And I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world we live is one. And the world we live is one. And the world we live as one.
Okay, before, thank you. I wanted to introduce these amazing people. On recorders, Tali, Rubinstein. On violin, Mr. Arun, Ramamurthy. On bass, Bareket. On percussion, Satoshi Takeishi. On piano and accordion, Ms. Shoko Nagai. Yes. This is Mr. Will Stone. This is Shira Averbuch. Deborah sax Mintz. Thank you.
And our music director, the amazing Dan Nadel.
An amazing evening like tonight only happens because of so many people's hard work. We want to thank the Center for Prayer and Spirituality staff, the advancement staff, the community engagement staff, Shira Nadich-Levin, Suzanne Schechter, Karen Adler, Don Nadel, Shira Averbuch, Deborah Katz-Mintz, Will Stone, Hazzan Ari Priven, our incredible musicians, Kathleen Paradas, our narrator and founding co-chair with Rabbi Rachel Cowan of our Panim El Panim.
We can all get up. Woo! No?
Yeah.
The story of this music, this incredible music that we've heard all night, is not just the story of America and our broader world, but it is also the story here at BJ. A community that has fought for justice, you can keep going, no? And dignity, and equality, and hope, and love, and no fear, and love and justice and hope and dignity and love and no fear. And in so many ways, for so many years, from its very inception. So the support that you provide here tonight in coming, in buying tickets, in providing sponsorships, and also in standing up at each and every moment of these moments when we need to stand up. To continue to do this work, this is what enables us to do this work. For years to come, today and moving forward, in a time when that work is so desperately needed. So here tonight, with this incredible bunch of musicians, incredible singers, incredible community, incredible staff, including our facilities team who works really hard to set this space up. Woo. Here tonight, we affirm that in a time when there is so much darkness, no one's going to turn us around. Woo.
So listen up. We're going to continue to rise up. Yes? We're not going to let injustice turn us around.
That's right.
We're not going to let racism turn us around.
Yes.
We're not going to let anti-Semitism and xenophobia and misogyny and homophobia turn us around.
Yes.
We're going to continue to rise up and resist and hope and dream and build.
1, 2, 3. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. Turn me around, oh, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, gonna marching on to freedom. Yeah, ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Let me hear you. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching on the freedom. One more time, y'all.